What's up, everybody? My name's Ezra. I got my dude. And who else we got with us, Beanie? Who is that?
Special guest.
Is that Lowdown back with us?
Yes,
Yes,
he's
sir.
back
Yes, sir.
this week.
We got Logan with us, and this is Welcome to the League. We are about to get into some things. Week 4. But before we get into week 4, we got to recap week 3. So, week 3, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I didn't watch any of the games, and if you don't mind, I'll share why. So my dad passed away a couple of weeks ago. We had his service this past weekend, and so rest in peace, Pops Ezra Cason Jr., Reverend Ezra Cason Jr. So we laid my dad to rest, and yeah, so it was cool. I did kind of keep up with all of the fantasy footballs, dynasty football, all those other good things. And yeah, I only won in one league this week. What about you guys? How'd it go?
Logan, go ahead. You first.
Me?
Yeah.
I went 3-2.
And all your leagues, including the 2 you're in with us.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many leagues are you in?
I'm at 5.
Goodness gracious.
I thought
got one at work.
It was
I got one at
work.
work. Another one, I got 2 for work basically.
So you do work.
So the only one that counts is the WTL one, right? And Bounty Game.
That's the only one I'm really looking at. Yeah.
Them 2.
So yeah, I came back on my pops. Thanks to my boys Lamb and Zeke. I just traded for that day. Yeah.
Cool deal. What about you, man? What about you, Beanie?
I went 3-0 again this week in all 3 leagues.
You know what?
I am 3-0, 3-0, and because Rushmore is weird, I am 4-2 in Rushmore.
Yeah, weird. Weird.
Man, so I only came in. I think I came in 1-2. Like I said, because I was handling what I was handling. I forgot to take Julio Jones out of my active lineup in one of my leagues. I was like, man, I went through there. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh well, it is what it is.
One more thing. Logan in Bountygate wasn't it CD Lamb that daggered that and took that last the other undefeated team out this week?
Yeah, it was Lamb. Go. Yes, sir.
Dude.
He took Justin out with CD Lamb.
I'm not gonna lie, when he dropped that wide open touchdown, I was like, no, he did not just do that.
But wait,
he made up for it. He made up for it.
I was getting ready to say, okay, since we brought up CD Lamb,
ridiculous catch he made, bro. That was crazy.
Dude, I saw the replay of that, and I'm like, okay, CD, we see you, dude.
That catch won me in 3 leagues, bro. I was so happy.
I gotta go look that catch up. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Right now, if I had to say catch of the year, it would be like a top 3 candidate.
I'm about to say George Pickens had a really good one in the Steelers game on Thursday night.
And what's my tight end? My tight end, I think it was the tight end for San Francisco with the toe drag swag. Oh,
that was a fullback.
It was the fullback.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, I think he ran a sweep or something like that, and then it was a play action pass or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was Sunday night against the Broncos.
Yeah, so dude catches the ball. He looked like a ballerina. He looked like a ballerina, dude, when he turned around and got both feet in. And then he turned around. You knew it was a good play because of how he turned around coming from from out of bounds back to the huddles. Like, yeah, I did that, didn't I?
That game
it was amazing from a fullback.
So, yeah, for real.
That might be like the only highlight from that whole game, man.
For real. Other than
you want to start the recap right there, boys.
Yeah.
That Sunday night was it Sunday night football game?
It was Sunday night.
Sunday night football game was 11-10.
That was the score at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's worse than the Rams
The
and
Broncos
Patriots
won
Super
that
Bowl.
game with a field goal, safety, and a touchdown.
McManus, that's my kicker.
I was like, wow.
That's my kicker. I love that dude, man. I gotta find him on the other see if anybody's gotten him on the other leagues. But I think Josh got him. I know Josh got him because Josh is a big Broncos fan in Bounty Gate. So I'll never get him from him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he haven't given up Russell. So check this out. Recapping the rest of the week, we got the whole CD Lamb, Cowboys, we got Broncos 49ers.
Yeah.
And before I even saw any highlights from that game, I heard everybody was talking about, man, it's the most boring game ever.
It really was.
For a Sunday night game. But then we got things happening with like Myles Garrett getting into a car accident over the weekend, I guess after they played.
Yeah.
And after Cleveland, when did Cleveland play? Did they play Thursday night? They played Thursday night, right?
They played Thursday night.
Yeah. So and that game was pretty good. That was a pretty good game.
And I said last week that game was going to be boring, and it ended up being. I said that was going to be boring, and the 49ers game was going to be more active, and I was wrong. So they flipped.
Yeah, it was flipped. Yeah, flipped it. So, but yeah, so I was looking at the report on Myles Garrett. He flipped the car. The way the story goes is that he was driving. He and a friend or a passenger. They said passenger, so it could have been, it's football and it's athletes, so it could have been anybody. Could have been a childhood friend. Could have been unknown female. Could have been anything. But either way it goes, they said that he swerved to miss an animal in the road and overcorrected. And I saw a picture of his car, dude, and the car literally flipped. Like looks like it flipped like 4 or 5 times. And of course, first responders got there, got him and the passenger out. And he doesn't have any life-threatening injuries, but they are watching him over the next couple of days just to see if he's going to play on Sunday. So he's like basically one of those game time decisions. Personally, I don't know. I mean, I understand that the Browns need every hand on deck, all men on deck, that type of deal. But with something like that, your body can just turn around and tense up on you in a minute. And for what he does, playing football is like being in a car wreck every week. So I would most definitely, if I was the training department, medical team, head coach, whoever, I would most definitely probably wouldn't play him this week. That's just me, erring on the side of caution. That I wouldn't play Myles Garrett. Yeah,
I agree. It's too risky. You don't know if it could sustain the rest of his career, and you lose him not only for a game, but
dude. So check this out. I'm looking at, I follow a couple of not a couple, I follow quite a few podcasts. One of my favorite ones to go look at and see if what I'm thinking is the same thing that they're thinking. And I forgot the guys' names. I had them down earlier, but it was it's called NFL Junkie. And I follow them on Instagram, and I'm looking at these quarterback stats, man, or these quarterback rankings. I'm not gonna get into power rankings with teams and things of that nature, but
you don't like power rankings anyway.
No, I'm cool with power rankings. I just don't hang my hat on them. Now NFL power rankings and their power rankings are, and this is Mark, and I gotta quote or cite my resource so that I'm not plagiarizing anything, but he has Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa. Oh, I said his name right. Yes. Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford.
That sounds all about right, though.
Tom Brady, Kyler Murray, these are the guys that round out the top 10. Now, with that being said, I think the orders could possibly change just because and this is where I'm going with this. I looked at who were the top 5 passers in the league. And number 1 is Josh Allen. Number 2 is Tua. Number 3 is Hurts. Number 4 is, who am I leaving out? Number 4. Oh, Justin Herbert is number 4.
Really?
Guess who guess who number 5 is on the list?
I want to say is Flacco, is it not?
Yes, Joe Flacco.
I thought you were leaving them out.
Joe Flacco. Now, if you had have done this top 5 preseason, you probably would have still put Josh Allen up there. You probably would have put Patrick Mahomes like second.
Yeah.
You probably would have had Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford.
I wouldn't have had him in the top 5.
You know, all these guys be like top 5, top 6.
Nah,
you would have never.
Aaron Rodgers would be top 10, maybe.
You would have never. I'm just saying this, but still, top 5, top 6, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, either or. You would have thought with the weapons that the Rams have, Matthew Stafford would probably be top 5, top 6. But nobody could have ever imagined that Joe Flacco, you know, Big Bank Joe, Big Bank sit on the bench Joe would be number 5. Number 5, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't understand why the Jets just don't let him play until he messes up.
Well, I mean, it's
about
patience.
He might be quarterback, but why not?
He might be playing this week. They're taking it easy with Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
they said there's a possibility he plays, but
yeah, I was gonna say rumor has it that he may play, but if he's not 100%, and you got somebody like Joe Flacco, ride the hot hand, like Beanie said, and you know, ride the hot hand, man. And I mean, see how far the Flacco Express can go. You know,
I don't think it's gonna be a factor this week, maybe next week, but the Cowboys are gonna have to find out the decision when Dak comes back, whether to keep riding with Cooper Rush or change their mind.
They're gonna go with Dak. That's just the organization.
Cooper Rush is Jerry Jones, bro. Starter.
He's 3-0 because he played last year against the Vikings and beat them.
No,
he was a starter. But Jones is he runs the organization where if his guy's back, he's playing him. He's not going to ride it out with his backup until he messes up.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, man. It could be, and that's not a knock on Dak, but you've seen some organizations, and I'll use mine, where they'll move away from a player in a minute and take the hit on the contract to get a fresh start. You know, you look at Jared Goff, he's in Detroit, which, you know, this year.
Hey, applaud them though.
Yeah, man.
I think through the first 3 weeks of the season, Detroit's probably top 2 of my most surprising teams. The only other one that surprises me more than Detroit is how good Miami actually is. I did not expect them to be as good as they are with all them weapons.
You're probably a 2 ahead right there.
How long have I been doing this podcast with you?
Forever.
Didn't we cover this post preseason? Did I not tell you with the weapons that after the Tyreek Hill trade? Did I not tell you Tua was about to crank it up?
Yeah, but I still
did I not tell you that my surprise team for this year, my 2 surprise teams for this year was going to be New York Jets? I didn't think Joe Flacco was going to be a part of that equation, but the Jets and was my AFC surprise team. I'm not saying they're going to make it to the playoffs or nothing like that, but they're going to be straight legit. especially when you can pull out a 1-point win from week before last. And then did they win this week? I think they
No, they played the
lost.
Bengals. They played the Bengals. They lost.
Yeah, I think they lost, but still they were competitive. You know,
Yeah,
Sauce
Sauce.
Sauce. I was getting ready to say Sauce Gardner is legit,
Locked
dude. He,
Jamar.
and I know we're gonna talk about rookies in a little while, but he's not on my list this week. But Sauce Gardner is legit, bro. He bring like seriously. I think the coach was talking about how they said they're not gonna call him Sauce until he earns that nickname. He
He
got that
already earned
nickname.
it. He
Yeah,
already
he's
earned it.
earned it, dude. Yeah, I equated one play that he had from a couple of weeks ago from matter of fact from week 2. Excuse me. From week 2 where he literally looked like a Darrell Revis, you know, and he's still playing like that. He's playing like a straight up elite. And I use those words carefully.
Yeah.
I use them carefully. You know, as a rookie playing the way he is, you can see him going toward elite status as a cornerback or as a DB. You know, and you almost feel like you could probably put him somewhere everywhere on the field, man. But going back to Detroit for a second, man, I think once they got Amon-Ra St. Brown, they got what's my running back, Swift. Because Swift was first, St. Brown was second. Well, I'm talking about as far as like coming into the team, or did they come in the same year? Logan, you usually know this kind of stuff. You like a walking research department.
I want to say they came in the same year, but don't quote me on that.
All right. So anybody listening to this, don't quote us on that. Like
Actually,
I said,
Swift came first, yeah, and then they
yes,
drafted on the next year. I think.
yeah. So it was like what 2021? Yeah, 2020, 2021. And now you got them in. You got one in their junior season, sophomore season, and then you bring in Jameson Williams. I think is he about to get to play?
Jameson?
Yeah.
I think he's close to a return. Either
Okay.
it's going to be next week or it's going to be after the bye week, and they're projecting Swift to come back.
So week 5, week 7. So we're looking at week 5, week 7.
It's going to be week 7 because their bye week is week 6.
Okay. So week
I'm not gonna have
7
Swift for like 2 more weeks.
So you're looking at Detroit.
Yeah, they're
putting up as many points as they are. They're getting their running back on the ground. They already have their number 1 wide out, possible number 2 wide out. Offense is moving and doing their things. They burning people for, and this is the thing. I don't know what the points were for this week, but they've been putting up like 30 points a game, bro.
Yeah,
30 points a game.
Yeah, last week they put up 24.
So they're probably still averaging about 28 to 30 points a game.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
35 and 38.
Oh yeah, so they most definitely averaging 30 points a game then. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Thought that.
For Detroit. That's Detroit averaging 30-something points a game. I would not be surprised. And this is something I called at the beginning of before the season started. Beanie, tell them what I said about that division.
That it was gonna be competitive. that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were gonna take a step back, that they might not even win it.
And
you know a lot about it. You dog.
But he dogged Aaron Rodgers. But he was praising Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, you still.
Hey, and Kirk was proving us. Kirk was proving us right.
He proved us right. We won, and then they went on a heavy decline since we won.
It's just 3 weeks.
With the team,
tell people in the fans football like they're ready to give up on the season. I'm like, it's only 3 weeks.
It's only 3 weeks, you know. But I mean, dude. So all right,
you can talk high about him. He should be able to defend himself against elite defenses.
Yeah,
I use that word. I use elite defenses cautiously because.
Well, I'm gonna say this: one of those losses was most definitely Kirk's. Kirk Cousins'
Yeah,
fault.
week 1. Definitely his fault.
I mean, no, that wasn't week 1, was it?
Oh, it was week 2 when they got shut out by the Eagles.
Yeah, week 2 definitely.
Yeah, because they beat Green Bay. Was that the week 1 game?
Yeah, they beat Green Bay, and then they were on prime time, and Kirk Cousins can't play.
Then they laid a big
prime
suck
time
egg.
Kirk came out.
Yeah,
but Darius Slade played like a dog that game.
Yeah.
So
Eagles had a coming out party that game, dude. They balled out.
They did get the comeback win over Detroit.
Yeah. I mean, the only players that's really been, because that's the crazy part about this season so far, is that all the teams that you thought were going to play great, and this is going to bring us to talking about, you know, the funkiness of this season. All the teams that you thought were going to play great have not. Buffalo played great for 2 weeks, then week 3 comes and they play Miami and they lose.
They had a depleted secondary though.
And
if I'm Miami, I take this game with a grain of salt because their whole secondary combined played for 3 starting games for this game. And 2 of them were rookies from this last class. So I'm taking this game with a grain of salt.
Take the game with a grain of salt, whatever you want to say.
I'm not taking anything away from Miami because I think they are legit.
I'm saying this. We're talking about Stephen Diggs. We're talking about Josh Allen. We're talking about the offense did not win this game. Defense depletion, whatever it is, everybody talks about the Bills. Oh, wait, and let's go to the defense. Everybody talks about Von Miller and the Von Miller effect. You see what I'm saying? But we're talking about this offense that everybody's been talking about, and you get to a Dolphins defense who the previous week allowed how many points by the Ravens? Oh, I'm sorry. How many points by just Lamar Jackson himself? By one man that has not gotten a contract yet. I give this dude a contract bigger than Patrick Mahomes. I disappeared and came back.
He's gonna get a contract. It's gonna be at the end of the year, and the Ravens better have deep pockets because it's gonna be a fully guaranteed contract.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, just look at everybody's disappearing off the screen. Nope, you stuck in the stadium, bro.
Yeah, good.
But neither here nor there. It's like you look at what the Dolphins defense is not great, but they did enough to keep the game honest.
That's how defenses go, though. They can play. They can allow all these yards last week, but then this week realize who they playing and then just lock down and lock in, and they play a solid defensive game. That's how it goes in the NFL.
Yeah. So
solid 1 week. You don't have to be a great defense every week.
Yeah.
So with that being said, hey Beanie, what was your you called it game for this past week?
I don't think I had one really. No.
Where you called it. This one was mine. Miami and Buffalo.
I called the Rams beating the Cardinals, but I mean everybody knew that was gonna happen. It wasn't really you called it.
Yeah, I mean, this was the one game that I think we argued that the Miami Buffalo game would be.
I got that one wrong, and I'm not happy about it.
It was an upset game. It was my upset game.
Yeah,
I think this one was my upset game. And you said it's not an upset if Miami wins, but I'm like, no, it would be an upset.
It would be because Buffalo was favored.
You know,
over Miami.
And you said that Buffalo was favored, and then 2, you're looking at Tua, and even though he has the offensive weapons, you're still looking at him not necessarily outplaying Josh Allen in any form. And I'm for real, just any form of fashion, because Josh Allen, they've been really doing their thing.
If Miami beats Buffalo later this season, maybe Miami get more praise than what they're giving. The experts are giving them now. But like Logan said, if that defense is weak, I know it's not an excuse, but I mean,
I think the next matchup is going to be a really key matchup for Miami.
Yeah, it's going to.
Because I'm sure they're going to have their star Micah Hyde back. I think they're going to have more experience.
Yeah.
DB.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, but we got to go ahead and move on to we're going to be right back, and we're going to move on to the rookies. And the
Impact rookies up next, baby.
What's up, everybody? This is Beanie. I'm going to take a brief moment to remind you to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Anchor. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Anywhere you get your social media at, we're going to try to be there. And I'm going to thank y'all again for supporting us. And without no further ado, back to the show.
All right,
we're back, folks, with the Impact Rookies. I stole it from Ezra. Yes, I did.
Interception by Beanie. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And I'm going to go first because I intercepted the intro from you.
Cool deal.
I'm going to go with my impact this last week is Chris Olave. Ezra stole my rookie from me. Thanks, bro.
You fumbled on the play, man.
I did not. No, I picked Chris Olave because he was essentially the whole Saints offense this week. Like, especially late in the game where Michael Thomas went down, Javaris Landry went down. Alvin Kamara hasn't done anything this year. So they need to look somebody, and where they look at the rookie who came into the being told that he was the second best wide receiver out of his school. Yeah, they were saying when the Saints tried, he was the second best out of Ohio State. And he balled out this week. And if the two veterans stay like they are, even if they come back, I think Olave is pretty much almost secured himself as one of Jameis's favorite targets. And he will probably continue to be maybe a number 2 or a number 3 wide receiver. I don't know. It depends on if they use him in the slot or just deep threats or whatever they decide to do with him. But Olave, man, you can't say nothing. Like, I think he's had the best week out of all the rookie wide receivers this week. I didn't look up no stats. I'm just saying, my personal opinion.
Well, I'm looking at his stats, and the only thing he's missing is touchdowns, which says a lot as far as like how they're using him. But with that being said, though, he's averaging well over 14, like right at 15 yards a reception.
Oh wow!
You know,
it was averaging
he's averaging about 15 yards a reception. He's probably averaging about what's this? Probably about 80 yards. I want to say about 80 yards a game. This last game he had 9 receptions for 147 yards, averaging 16.3 yards a catch in the loss to the Panthers. So he's giving you that kind of production, dude. I mean, yeah, impact most definitely. He starts getting TDs. You know, that's about to be crazy.
Fantasy. I guess he was got it.
Yeah. What do you think, Beanie? I mean, what do you think, Logan?
I got my impact rookie. It's a 2nd round pick out of Utah, and DEVIN LLOYD. I mean, dude, he had a massive game last week against the Chargers. I'm pulling up his stats right now. But it's 7 total tackles, 5 solo tackles, 0 tackles for loss. We had 3 pass deflections and an interception.
Oh wow!
And he's already making this impact on that defense as a rookie. I like it.
Cool deal. DEVIN LLOYD.
And that wasn't even the top defensive player they drafted, supposedly. So. Well, he's got 24 tackles on the year and 2 interceptions. So
cool deal, man.
2 interceptions in week 3. Wow.
Yeah. I was talking about
I think he's a dark horse defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, I was talking about Sauce Gardner earlier. Devin Lloyd looks like he's coming in like, look, man, I'm just as good as these guys are. So go ahead, Devin Lloyd. So impact rookie number 2, Devin Lloyd. Impact rookie number 1, Chris Olave. My impact rookie. Y'all ready for this? Boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry.
I almost did that.
All right, so my impact rookie is none other than Romeo Doubs, 4th round pick for the Green Bay
pick him
Packers.
Because he's on your fantasy team.
He is on every one of my teams because when he got picked, I don't know what it was about Doubs, but I'm like, okay, I think this dude is gonna be good. He's taking a little bit of time to get there, and his stats aren't like across the board, like Olave stats, and some of the other wide receivers like Drake London and all these guys. And part of that is because, and this is gonna sound like Aaron Rodgers hate,
yeah,
but
because it is Aaron Rodgers hate. It's always Aaron Rodgers hate with you.
But Aaron Rodgers is known for not throwing to rookie wide receivers.
Well,
he didn't throw to Devontae Adams when he was a rookie. He didn't throw to Cobb. He didn't start doing it until the guys like maybe like 2-3 years in, when he felt like, okay, now you're ready to catch a ball from me. The god of football. Now you're
worthy.
Yeah, right. Now you're worthy. But
I don't know.
now
next year it might be coming from Jordan Love, though. I don't think Aaron's
I know, right?
I think he's going to have Beanie's team.
Now that's going to be something to talk about right there, dude. But
that's for another episode.
When you take that's for every episode. No, but no, you look at Doubs, man, and Aaron Rodgers literally has no choice. Because it's just like, again, I compare it to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is in a situational, situation. That's the best way I can say it. He's in a situational situation. Like whatever is necessary, he's playing out of necessity. You got to play what you have. He multiple MVPs. So that says something. Did you get the MVPs just because you always had at least one elite wide receiver? Or
did you get psychedelic drugs that he's on when he gets his MVPs? Gotta throw that in there.
That's not proven.
Okay, it's hearsay, but didn't he admitted it? Didn't he?
I don't know. I
think I don't
know. I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers, if you're watching.
So it's just one of those things where he has no choice but to trust the guys around him. And I think he does have trust issues. Like, for real. I don't trust nobody. So I ain't gonna throw to him.
Well, look at the team he plays for. The Packers are like known for trust issues.
Man. Well, look at Brett Favre right now. We're not gonna say nothing else about that, but yeah, trust issues. Right. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna talk about Brett Favre like they talked about Kaepernick back in the day. I'm sorry, we're not doing controversy right now. We're gonna leave that out right now. But no, I'm loving the impact rookies that everybody picked. I have to go back and look at Devin Lloyd and check out his body of work over these past few weeks. But if he's doing it like that, 2 picks in one game, I mean, like, for real, the rest of the season.
Not in one game, but
I'm sorry, I thought it was one.
2 picks over the year.
I mean, it was still 2 picks in 3 games. That says a lot for a rookie coming into coming into his own. And I have to check him out for the rest of the season. It was kind of like what's my dude Jalen Walker? think it's for the Chiefs cornerback. The night they played, it was either the Chargers or the Bills, and he got, I think it was the Chargers when he got that last minute pick at that that last minute pick.
Pick 6.
Yeah, in that game. And so it's like, okay, now you're on my radar, dude. And the rest of the league
Watson.
Yeah, that's it. Jalen Watson. They took his they took note, and I guarantee you, whenever Watson is on the field, even though he's a rookie, they are not underestimating what he's able to do, just like they're not going to underestimate Lloyd when he's on the field. Hold up, this dude is two interceptions in, and he's a rookie, so he's got a little something going on mentally where you're not just going to treat him like your average everyday rookie. So yeah, I think these are some really good picks for impact players. I can't wait to see who's going to show out this week, week 4. So anybody else got anything? Anybody else you want to throw in there? I mean, we already know Drake London is that dude. I think, matter of fact, I think Drake London is leading in possible rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year conversation. And I think Aiden Hutchinson is leading in possible rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. And Trayvon, is it Trayvon Walker? That played with Georgia. I think he would probably be around like the 3rd or 4th, because Sauce Gardner, I think, is like 2nd behind Aiden Hutchinson right now, up to this particular point.
I think Devin Lloyd's above Trayvon.
Yeah,
he's got more tackles and stuff. But Trayvon Walker has 8 tackles and 1 sack.
Yep. You know what?
24 and 2 interceptions.
Let's see, this one article I was watching, and this is per Vegas Insider. They have rookie of the year odds is Aiden Hutchinson for defense, Drake London for offense, Chris Olave is 2nd, and your boy Devin Lloyd is 2nd on defensive side for possible defensive rookie of the year. So, and we haven't even talked
on those guys this rest of the season.
And we haven't talked about Jahan Dotson. So maybe he'll show out again this week, and we'll be able to talk about him next week.
Yeah, he's on a bad offense. So
it's unfortunate.
Talk about him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, man. So do you guys think Desmond Ridder will get an opportunity to come in anytime this season, or you think Marcus Mariota is just going to keep on maintaining and keep the party going?
I think as of now, Marcus Mariota is not going anywhere, because Atlanta's doing okay, I guess. They're 1-2.
Yeah,
for Atlanta.
Yeah.
For Atlanta.
It really depends on how the rest of the season goes. We'll see how it goes when he gets to the next couple of weeks.
So Atlanta's losses have come at the hand of the Rams and the Cardinals.
New Orleans.
Oh no, okay. Rams and New Orleans.
Come back.
Okay.
To come back to give all Saints fans false hope that we were going to be that comeback team every week.
That's right, because they led the Saints all the way through the first half, and I think the third quarter,
all the way through the third quarter.
Third quarter, and then when they played the Rams did great all the way through the first quarter, and then the Falcons started coming back, and the Rams held on to win. All right, everybody, we are down to Beanie's favorite segment. It's time for picks.
It's becoming, honestly, my least favorite subject, because
you're bad at it.
Yes, the last 2 weeks I've been horrible.
I'm excited. It's my first segment with this. I'm ready to come out undefeated in this.
I've been,
you know what, Beanie?
2-4 and 2-3. So yeah, I'm done with this.
I'm gonna say, since you're bad at it, and because I'm actually better at it than you, but I believe Logan is better at it than us, we're gonna let Logan go first.
Oh, we need to go last for me.
So Logan, I'm gonna explain to you.
I don't want you to steal my picks. I
thought we were now.
Don't copy me and try to take the easy route.
All right. So I'm still gonna explain how this is gonna go. Beanie's probably gonna disagree with me. That's okay, because we disagree, but I still love him anyway. But so this is how this is gonna go. So we're gonna go through Sunday night games. I'm sorry, Thursday night game, Sunday night game, Monday night game. Then after we go through those three, we're gonna go through our game of the week, and then we're gonna go through our lock, and then we're gonna go through our upset game of the week. Now, your upset game can be any of those games that we mentioned, or any other game that we don't, that's like the regular slated games for Sunday. So if your upset game is the Thursday night, then you won't have an upset game. Excuse me. You won't have a Thursday night pick, because you've already picked it, because it is what it is, so on and so forth. So we'll go. If we mess up, great. If we don't mess up, even better. So, Beanie, since you are bad at it, you're gonna go first.
Okay, Thursday night football. We have the Dolphins and the Bengals, and I'm going to take the Dolphins, and probably a pretty high scoring game, because neither team got no defense every week.
All right, so Thursday night game is Dolphin and Bengals. This is just a regular game for me, but because there's already tension with this game, there was a report that I watched where Tyreek Hill called out Eli Apple, because I don't know what Eli Apple did, but Tyreek said, "Oh, Eli Apple, I'm coming for you. I owe you." He said he owes him. So something happened. I don't know what it is, but Tyreek said, "I'm coming for you."
I think Apple was barking his mouth in the AFC championship game.
When he was
split the Bengals.
Okay.
The Bengals won.
Got you.
I think that's what happened. I think they were chirping.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's like a revenge thing for Tyreek.
So now, here's the cool part about this game. This game right here with that tension, Tua said that if he gets a one-on-one with Eli Apple, he's throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill. So this game right here has the tension to be exciting. I still don't think it's the game of the week or anything like that. It's not my upset game lock. But if I had to choose between the two teams, I am going to go with the Dolphins, because they haven't figured out, is T. Higgins even playing this year?
He is.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I'm just saying, where is he though? He's almost like Allen Robinson in Los Angeles. Is like he's not getting like the targets that you would think that he's going to get. But I think the Dolphins are going to take this game just because they're riding high off of beating the Ravens and putting up so many points. They're riding high off the tooth and nail game that they played with the Bills this past week. And so, yeah, I think this is going to be a game for the Dolphins to win. It's not my lock or anything like that, but I think the Dolphins. What do you think, Logan?
I agree with both of y'all. I think the Dolphins is all around a better team. I know there is some controversy with people in the NFL investigating safety protocols with Tua. Don't know where that's going to lead to. If they do find something, then Waddle's up in the air. He didn't practice all week. But I think they're just taking it easy with him, with his groin, just nursing it back so he can play on Thursday. But I got to give it to the Dolphins. I just don't. The Bengals that took a massive step back on offense.
Yeah.
From what they produced last year.
Definitely.
And I'm just not seeing. I see Miami coming up with a big game against them.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It's not my lock. It's not my upset. It's just Dolphins.
Cool deal. But we all picked Dolphins. So we're going to see how this turns out.
We're either all going to go up or we all going to go down now.
Right. Yeah, this is a Titanic game for us. We either going, like you said, we're all going to go up or we're all going to go down. All right, so now we're at our Sunday night game. Sunday night.
Why don't you take the beginning of this one as your Sunday night football?
Sunday night.
I think I should take it. and then Ezra leads off on Monday.
Go ahead, Logan.
I got it.
Go ahead, Logan.
Yeah,
I got Kansas City winning this one. I think it's going to be a good defensive game by Tampa Bay. I just don't think offensively Tampa Bay can produce. Missing all their receivers. I mean, we saw last week when they played the Packers. They struggled offensively. I just think the Chiefs had the better offense in this one. I think it's going to come down to the offense because both defenses are. I mean, the Chiefs' defense is kind of weak, but I think they do have enough to stop a depleted Tampa Bay offense. But I also think Kansas City's offense is enough to go against Tampa Bay's good defense. So I got Kansas City in this one.
I'm going to have to agree with Logan. It's not my lock. It's not my upset. I'm just going to go Chiefs over Bucks.
Yeah, it's just not my lock and my upset either. It's just Chiefs.
All right. So this is not a unanimous one. This is not unanimous. I thought it was going to be. No, I'm not going Team Brady. I'm just going Team Bucks because they get Mike Evans back from suspension. They got Russell Gage actually had a great week this week. And it lets you know that they did good when they signed him this offseason. So Russell Gage is Russell Gage is a good compliment to what Tom Brady is. And this is the difference between Tom Brady and like Aaron Rodgers and stuff, is because like last week when they played the GOAT game, I understand. I think Green Bay won that one. But either way, I still think it's one of those things to where the only reason why Green Bay won is because Russell Gage was the only option. But this week, like I said, they get a healthy Mike Evans back, whether he was suspended or not. It allowed him to get some rest, and it's early in the season rest due to a suspension. But so you got Russell Gage, fresh legs, because he's not been playing like that these first 3 weeks until week 3. Then you got fresh legs, Mike Evans. And then it's Tom Brady. As much as I don't like saying it, he is the GOAT, So I look at, and then Leonard Fournette he's not putting up big numbers, but you can't stop the dude, and I think the Chiefs, they're going to win this game with time management, which Tom Brady's able to do, which the Bucks are able to do. The defense is, again, not great, but they're playing better than a lot of other teams. So I think the Bucks are going to take this game, man. So we're going to see at the end of this weekend that what's going to happen.
I just think Kansas City got this game playing with a chip on their shoulder from
especially after losing last week,
and then losing the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. I just think it means
Okay, I can see the motivation there, especially with Mahomes. That would have been his second in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's Sunday night, and it's my turn.
Monday Night Football.
I'll let you have this one for a reason.
Are you ready for some football? I wish I had Hank Williams Jr. in the background with the song. It's Monday night. So Monday night, we got the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a divisional.
The Niners.
It's I don't know. I might. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Rams, and the reason why I'm going with the Rams is because you have. Shocking. I know, right?
I would never have guessed that.
Hey, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's shocking to me.
I mean, come on, there you go. But and that doesn't mean that I won't go against the Rams, but this particular week you have running game that's kind of depleted in San Francisco. You have offensive line that's starting to wear down in San Francisco.
You have quarterback in San Francisco.
Jimmy G at quarterback, and I actually like Jimmy G at quarterback in San Francisco. I feel like I think it's Trey Lance, right? They should have held Lance back one more year, no matter how much he wanted to play. I'm just that person when you have particular guys that come in, and I mean, he's not Trevor Lawrence. So, and I think Trevor Lawrence is having a great year. He didn't, and here's the crazy part about Trevor Lawrence versus Trey Lance. Trey Lance has weapons. Trevor Lawrence didn't have weapons. Trey Lance has like
you got
steady,
Debo, you got Kittle,
steady, consistent. They have a defense. You know, Trey Lance is playing on a team. Well, he's not now because he's out for the rest of the season, but he wasn't there. You get Trevor Lawrence, he came in with Urban Meyer. You know, he came straight into dysfunction. And look at how he's doing this year. So he
shout out to
played in
WP.
dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Trevor Lawrence and then you look at Trey Lance, and I know this game is about the Rams and the 49ers, but with all of that going on, the 49ers are now facing all of these injuries, all this uncertainty, what's going to go on with the line. The Rams are starting to pick up. The running game is actually starting to pick up. If Cam Akers does what he did last week and complement the passing game, then it opens up a whole lot for them. Just the run game by itself, if they can get the run game going and they complement, that opens up for the tight ends and the wideouts. It opens it up for and Cooper Kupp. I read an article that he's the most double teamed wide receiver in the league. Most double team wide receiver in the league.
Looking at his fantasy numbers already this year, they're actually kind of
low. But his fantasy numbers are low, but he's in the top 10 for receptions. He's in the top 5 for targets. He's top 5 for targets, top 5 for top 5 for targets, top 5 for catches, top 10 for yards. He's in the top 15 for yards after the catch, I think.
He's first in receptions, 6th in yards, tied seconds for touchdowns.
Okay.
And tied 83rd for his average.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's still doing his thing because Matthew Stafford hasn't figured out how to throw to the other people. He's thrown to more
OBJ.
He's throwing to more cornerbacks. But that's the thing. Allen Robinson is just as good. You know, and I think part of that too is play calling. And but at the end of the day, I think the Rams take this game just because the 49ers just have too many things going on. And I'm gonna say it like this: emotionally, and then statistically or tactically with their team. Like strategy is gonna be hard because they keep losing, you know, key components on the team. And they just gotta if they get people to step up. Hey, I mean, it's going to be great to see a very good competitive game between the two teams, but I think the Rams take this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a long whatever you just said.
So what you trying to say? I'm long-winded?
I think he covered pretty much.
I
think he could cover pretty much everything.
Yeah,
I'm not taking anything away from Jimmy G.
Us even having to talk about it, you covered it.
I just think it's too early for Jimmy G to judge him. But,
I think that y'all don't like the Rams. Go ahead, Logan. My bad. You said Jimmy G and
it's too early to judge Jimmy G for me. I think.
Yeah.
He didn't participate in any OTAs or anything like that. Preseason. This is basically his preseason. They said it Sunday night. I mean, don't harass him right now. I mean, give him time to warm up. I think they'll win some games, but I don't know if a playoff spot's there.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
like I said,
Trent Williams, the number one offensive line person, but I still got Rams.
Yeah, but I think Jimmy G, if they win, it'll be because of him.
Oh
yeah. I think it'll be because of him. All right, so everybody's picking Rams on that one. Yeah. So that's Monday night game.
And here's the best part about it. Here's the fun part. This is where everything starts to change. The game starts to change. The agreement starts to change.
So this is our game of the week. What is the game of the week?
In my opinion, I say it's the Bills and the Ravens.
In my opinion,
nah. Why Bills and the Ravens?
Because it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a high scoring game. And I'm taking the Bills.
All right, Logan, your turn. In your opinion, what, Logan? Go ahead, man.
My opinion, my game of the week is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
You should have known that was going to
come. There's something how the Jags are playing, bro. I just think they coming out for blood. And last year wasn't it? And this year, I think that's not my upset, but my game of the week is Jags Eagles.
You know what, dude?
I almost put that on there as my game of the week. It's gonna be good.
I do have the Jags coming out on top. So
Bills
one undefeated team falls. It's not my upset, but one undefeated team falls this week. That's the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Jags, Eagles.
What's your game of the week, Ezra?
All right, my game of the week. Wait, I want to say something about Logan's. I like Logan's pick. I like your pick, but I think I know why you picked yours. You probably got a few fantasy situations in that game, but either way, you have a vested interest in that game. But either way, I like Logan's pick just because you're seeing the Jacksonville Jaguars defense come alive. You're seeing their offense come alive, and I owe Christian Kirk an apology, because he's like in some of the wide receiver statistics, he's like in the top 10 of stats, man. So I really can't say anything bad about him. I mean, he looks like he's earning the contract, but and then they're playing complementary ball on the offensive side where the running game is complementing the passing game and the offensive line is complementing everything, dude. So yeah,
with their defense coming off their hot game last week.
Yeah.
The offense playing the best game they have played in a long time.
Yeah. And they're scared.
I think everybody owes James Robinson an apology because they thought Travis Etienne was going to come in and just take the job from him. But
he said, "Nah, bro."
I had faith in Robinson. I started him week 1 in fantasy. So I knew, even though he was projected 3 points, as soon as I saw he was playing, I knew he was going to pop off. So
yeah, you did do that. You went and got him up quick. You got him quick. No, so yeah, I think that's a good pick. Excuse me, a good pick for game of the week. Bills Ravens, I like it just because of just Lamar, man. Look, which one of our leagues is that Bounty Gate? Somebody changed their name to LaMarvelous.
Yeah.
And their team to LaMarvelous because he has Lamar Jackson first. But I think this game right here will be, let me give this man a check game. That's the paycheck game for Lamar Jackson.
I also think it's a MVP front runner. Because the top two are Allen and Lamar. And if Lamar keeps doing what he's doing, I think he's gonna keep up and leading the MVP race.
Okay, so my pick for the week is actually the Sunday night game. So I already talked about the Sunday night game before, Buccaneers and Chiefs, and why I believe that the Bucks are going to win this game. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's just Tom Brady. I think it's just like fresh legs on Mike Evans and on Russell Gage. So this is my pick for game of the week. Now what we got to pick are our locks and our upset game.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first? Logan or Beanie? Say what?
I think we're doing first.
I surprised myself with both of mine, my lock and my upset. I think we should let Logan go first since this is his first time doing a lock. Logan, who is your lock? Who is your guarantee? This team better not lose this game.
It is none other, and I know I bashed them earlier, but I see them coming into this game in a special place out of the country. I think you know who I'm going with. The Minnesota Vikings will absolutely beat the Saints. There's no way the Saints win the game.
I got, and I'm a Saints.
Especially wearing them. Especially wearing them ugly black helmets too. Come on.
Man, that helmet's not ugly, dude.
No, you
I'm
want
digging.
a helmet like that.
That's the
Love that
Seahawks
helmet.
2.0. No.
I
That's
love
the
that
rip
helmet.
off Seahawks helmet. No.
I hate your LOGAN. It's terrible. I just completely disagree with it.
But I'm a hit on it, so it don't matter.
So you think the Saints are going to get blowed out, or are they just going to be close?
I think it's going to be a blowout if the Saints start Winston. But if they play Dalton, I think it'll be a closer game.
So
Winston's hurt right now.
So the Saints are playing in London. Then you have a guy by the name of Winston. And I'm reminded of the great, I think he was a prime minister of Winston Churchill, who helped to win the war. So maybe the Saints win? No, I'm stretching it. Am I stretching?
Maybe.
You're stretching.
This is one of the moments where I have to
Okay.
take my heart out, put it to the side, and know the truth versus wanting my team to win. We look terrible this week. If we don't have Thomas or Landry, then we really gonna look rough. If Winston,
and I think Peterson's gonna be on OLAVE, and you got a vet going against a rookie.
Yeah,
it's just not looking too hot.
It's a good pick.
I got you.
It's a good lock. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't like it because it's against my Saints.
It's as much as I want Kirk Cousins to win, I'm actually rooting for the Saints in this one. You know, just it's not my upset game or anything like that. It's just I'm rooting for the Saints, man, especially with those helmets. You said they're trash. I don't. I believe those are great helmets. I love that helmet, dude.
They're hot garbage.
But you didn't say that with conviction. So I'm thinking you got a little bit something in there. Maybe the helmet, you know.
They playing bad with them bad helmets. So,
yeah.
You play how you look like, and you look like trash. So.
You need to stop.
Wow, man. And you say I hate on.
Keep going.
You say I hate on Aaron Rodgers. You hating on these helmets, bro. All right, Beanie, what you got, man?
All right, for my lock, it's kind of a surprise. I surprised myself when I picked it. Jules, Uncle Kevin, I'm going with the Cowboys over the Commanders as the lock for two reasons. One, the Commanders are trash, and two, the Commanders are trash. So yeah, Cowboys the lock, and it ain't gonna. I don't even think it's gonna be that close. Commanders look bad the first 3 weeks, and they continue to look bad because they cannot protect Mr. Carson Wentz. He's gonna get lit. I think Carson. I want to know. I got to ask the research department who's been sacked more, Carson Wentz or Joe Burrow. I really want to know the answer.
I think it's Joe. I think it's Joey B.
You think it's Joe Burrow?
I mean, it's in 2 games, he got sacked 12 times.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys had 6 in 1 game.
Between Trayvon Walker and between Aiden Hutchins. No, what's your dude from Jacksonville?
Devin Lloyd.
Was it Devin Lloyd?
That's what my rookie was, yeah.
Yeah, between 2 games. Oh my gosh, between 2 games, Carson Wentz was sacked 6 times. And this is just between 2 people, not whole team. Just between two people. And I want to say at least one of them was a rookie. And it may have been both of them were rookies.
Yeah,
so
Carson Wentz has been lit up.
Carson Wentz has been sacked 15 times.
Wow.
Good Lord. That's 5 sacks a game.
Dang.
Wow.
Joe Burrow has been sacked 15 times.
So they're tied.
Yeah.
Not a stat you want to be tied with. Ezra, what is your lock?
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just really feeling bad for these guys. And Joe Burrow has an upgraded offensive line.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That line won't hold up in court. Wow. So I'm gonna make a new term today and start our first weekly the league lockdown, because my lock game is also the Commanders and the Cowboys, with the Cowboys being this is a lock. So we have our first lockdown.
Yes.
We have a lockdown. This is our league lockdown. We have a lockdown. So thank you, Rushmore, for causing us to have Rushmore Show for causing us to have new phrases and new terminologies in our show. So y'all have a Crushmore. This is our league lockdown, where at least two of us have the same lock game for the week. So yeah, that's my lock. I think the Cowboys should win this game. I don't see the Commanders. Maybe Jahan Dotson and what's my other dude? What's the other wide receiver? Maybe yeah. Maybe they have great games, but if he's getting sacked at average of 5 times a week, I don't see it happening. I just don't, especially with the front seven from
with the D line is good, the Cowboys.
From the Cowboys, especially with that front seven. They about to eat. I think they about to eat. So yeah. So we have our league lockdown. We have a lockdown.
Guess I'll be the only unique person. That's all right.
It's all good, man.
That's the beauty of lock. You can pick whatever game you want that you think's a lock.
All right, Cowboys over Washington is our lockdown,
and that brings us to the upset.
The upset game of the week.
Game of the week.
What is?
I want to go last, so you two decide who goes first.
All right, I'll go first. I'll let Logan. You'll go after me, and Beanie will close us out. So, my upset game of the week. I did have it, but I got to go back and find it. Should be able to tell you what it is. But my upset game of the week. My upset game of the week is going to be Falcons over the Browns. We talked about earlier about Myles Garrett possibly not being able to play. And I think Jadeveon Clowney is injured. So you have a depleted defensive line playing against the third highest rushing back in the league, and the Falcons' very own Cordero Patterson. Then you have the possible rookie of the year on offense in Drake London. Then you got a Kyle Pitts who is coming back into his own in his sophomore season, and a Marcus Mariota that just won't die, and an offensive line that is way better than the Commanders could ever dream of having, and possibly even the Bengals. So I'm looking at this as being an upset game of the week. Falcons over the Browns.
That's a good one. I can see that being upset.
I want to take you back to that real quick, because something Ezra said earlier in the season in our Dynasty one, when I had offered this player a bunch of times to him. And you know what his response was? Ain't nobody want Cordell Patterson.
Dude, really? You know what?
It reminded me of it.
You should be saying thank you then. You should be saying thank you. You should be saying thank you.
It was on my bench the first 2 weeks. So,
just say thank you, Ezra, for not accepting my trade.
I just wanted to put that out there.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you. As many things as I've been right on, I was totally wrong on Cordell Patterson, and I should have went ahead and had the steal of the first 3 weeks of the season in that trade, dude. Because everybody I got, with the exception of Stephen Diggs, yeah. So yeah, appreciate you. You know what? Go ahead and take your turn, Logan. Go ahead and take your turn.
Yeah, Logan, what's your upset?
is over here with this trash talk you got going on, bro.
My upset was gonna shock y'all.
Me, I'm upset. That's who's upset.
This
Who's
is
your upset?
this is a shocker for y'all, literally, because I got the Texans as my upset against the Chargers.
Ooh, I almost did that one, dude. Almost
just
did it.
In terms of being upset, that's a really good one, but I just don't see that happening. I want to know the reasons.
I just Herbert being injured right now and their O line not looking too hot. No, Keenan Allen is still questionable right now.
So they say
And
he's
Mike
going to be
Williams,
back this week.
he still listed as questionable right now, but
Okay.
if he's back, he's back. I mean, but I like the young defense Texans has. I like the young running back Damian Pierce is picking it up now. I think Brandon Cooks it has that potential to not completely towards the secondary, but I think he can get open. And I just like Davis Mills' development. I think he's a very underrated quarterback, and I thought he was the best one from that rookie class last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really
As far as last year's
people.
stats. As far as last year's stats, I mean, some of them picked up since then. You see Trevor Lawrence picking that up. But, I mean, I like him. I like Davis Mills as a quarterback. I'm not saying he's the future of him, but I think just as far as the Chargers being injured right now, I just like Texans over them. And the Texans have kept up with some of these teams, like the Colts. They tie with them, and you see the Colts go out and do what they did against the Chiefs. I mean,
yeah.
I like the Texans this week. I'm just feeling them.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I agree with you, man. And then Austin Eckler is not playing up to the standard that we think, or we actually the league thinks that he should be playing at. And yeah, I think that's a good pick. I started to do that one, then I'm like, nah, that's not the one I originally picked. But I think that one that's a big possibility. And then Lovie Smith is a defensive coach, so he's gonna try to figure out how to work those weaknesses.
Lovie Smith
I'm liking
offense.
I'm liking Stingley on DB. I think if Allen does play, I think Stingley's gonna be lined up against Keenan Allen. I think that's gonna be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Definitely. Lovie Smith is good when it comes to that. So I mean, look what he did with the Bears. When the Bears team that had Rex Grossman as their quarterback.
Right. And when he was in St. Louis.
And David Mills is way better than Rex Grossman was.
Yeah. When he was in St. Louis, the Rams went to another Super Bowl with him as the coordinator. They lost, but still they made it because that defense, Mike Martz and Lovie Smith was a really good team. And so you look at him, it's like Lovie just popped out of nowhere as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, Lovie Smith is still coaching? I know he was a defensive coordinator.
And now he's back.
Yeah, I think he was the defensive coordinator for them, and nobody really paid any attention to it because they were losing and they lost TJ Watt, and they lost D Hop, just all the things that the news that was surrounding them while he was defensive coordinator into becoming the head coach it kind of like got flossed over until he got promoted to head coach, so. Neither here nor there. I think that's a great pick, dude. I'm rolling with you on that one. All right, Beanie, your turn, man. Close us out.
All right. There's only one team that's 0-3 in the league this year, right now. And they're playing a team that cannot start quick, cannot barely fight off anybody who ain't as good as them. Like they're the team they're playing is like not even near playing up the standards they should be. And I think they continue that trend. I'm gonna take the Vegas Raiders over the Denver Broncos. Raiders get that first W. It's probably gonna be on the last second win because I mean, look, the Raiders blew a lead against the Cardinals. They kind of got blowed out. So I think the Raiders finally get that monkey off their back. And the whole offense shows up and they beat the Broncos because the Broncos we talked about it earlier. Broncos is garbage. Like the offenses can't do nothing. Defense is the only thing that kept them in games. And I don't even know if that was as much defense as it was San Francisco's offense not clicking at the moment that the Broncos won last week. So yeah, I'm taking the Raiders. The Raiders get that win. No more winless teams. What y'all think about that?
So no Broncos.
It's very interesting.
Let's ride.
Vegas is actually favored in that game by 2.5. So it's actually technically not an upset pick, but I'll give it to you. But on a technicality,
because of the records, not because of the odds. We had this. Me and Edge had a discussion last week. Our upsets were not an upset according to the people.
Okay, I know that.
Mine was according to Vegas and the people. Just saying.
Mine wasn't. But as far as record goes, in the way that how poorly the Raiders have not been able to execute the last couple weeks, Raiders beating the Broncos would technically be an upset, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
it's a good pick. I think it's a good pick.
I think it's a good pick because, like you said, off the strength of the records. No, go ahead, Logan. My bad.
No, you good. I was saying, yeah, just all dependent on if Vegas clicks on offense. I mean, there's all this hype about Devontae going back with his college QB, but we just haven't seen it yet.
Right.
Like that. This could be the week he gets.
That's a fact. It could be the week he goes off, but
and that could be like that could be a different show within itself. Within the next few weeks, like by week 5 or 6, you look to see all of this reunited and it feels so good situations that went on this season with all the quarterbacks that have their college wide receivers or teammates coming back with them. You know, you're looking at Devontae Adams, you're looking at David Carr, you're looking at Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, looking at Wttl and Tua, and all of these
Hollywood
different
and Kyler too.
Right. You're looking at all these teams with these reunited situations and look to see how it's going. And I think, like you said, it just hadn't happened yet for Los Angeles. And I think Las Vegas. Thank you. Rams on the brain. But with Las Vegas, yeah, I know, right? But you look at Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is hurting more than Green Bay right now. Hurting worse than Green Bay, even though Green Bay is hurting. And of course, I'm alluding to the whole Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers split. So, but I think it's a good pick, dude. I'm really looking forward to Logan's pick.
This week was probably, in my opinion, the hardest week to make picks. And as much as the last 3 weeks that we've been doing this has been the hardest one. There's so many games that you can put in, you can interchange them. You can interchange all these games that everybody picked. Yeah, Logan picked like the week to start picking with us is like the hardest week we picked at all.
Yeah, I think everybody's got some pretty good picks though. We had one.
Yeah, I'm liking my picks.
Was that the Sunday night game?
The Thursday night.
The Thursday night game. We all picked the we're gonna Dolphins. Yeah, we all picked the Dolphins. So we're gonna see how that rolls out.
And Monday we all picked the Rams. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So those are the sandwich picks.
Those two are the Titanic picks. So we all win and we all get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll
see how that goes. You know what? That's our other terminology. Titanic picks when we're unanimous. I like it. Good one, Logan. Look, man, it's been fun. It is at a good decent time to cut this a little bit short. Man, Logan, I love when you come on here, dude. Can't wait to do a couple more shows.
I love being on here. It's so much fun.
Yeah, man. Beanie, as always, dude, Mr. Gruff and stuff. I'm digging his beard, bro. I'm trying to work on getting mine back.
Almost time
we got to get Logan in there. Looks like he either has a bruise on his chin or. Oh wait, no, he's growing some.
I got my sideburn.
All right, got the chops going on, man. So we got to get you full-fledged Grizzly Adams up in here, dude. But yeah, man. So this is gonna be a show for us until next week, as we always say. Deuces. All right, y'all.